They don't grab your arm. They don't scream in your face. The smartest manipulators don't even need to raise their voice. They win long before you realize there's even a game. And that's the psychology of control. Because if you don't see how it works, you'll end up following someone else's script, all while thinking you're living your own. So let's break it down. Every single day, people get caught in invisible webs of influence. At work. In relationships. Even with friends and family. Not because they're weak. But because they don't understand the game. And once you do see it, once you understand how control really works, you'll never fall into the same trap again. Here's how they win before you even notice. Step 1, they control the frame. Imagine you walk into a room and someone says, "We need to talk about why you messed up." Boom. The frame is set. You're on defense. You're already guilty, even if you're not. Smart manipulators always define the situation first. They decide what's urgent, what's important, and what role you're supposed to play. And most people? They accept it without question. But here's the truth. If someone controls the frame, they control the outcome. And unless you pause and ask, "Wait, am I even answering the right question?" you've already lost. Step 2, they plant doubt. Control isn't about force, it's about confusion. The more you second-guess yourself, the more power you give away. Maybe it's a partner saying, "You're too sensitive." Or a boss smirking, "You don't really get how this works." Tiny comments. Tiny jabs. But they add up. And suddenly you're doubting your own memory, your instincts, even your worth. That's not an accident. That's strategy. Because once doubt takes root, you lean on them for answers. And that's when control becomes easy. Step 3, they weaponize silence. Most people rush to fill silence. It feels awkward. But manipulators? They use it. They just sit there, quiet. And you start explaining. Justifying. Oversharing. And the more you talk, the more information you hand over. Think about the last time you argued with someone who just stared at you. Didn't it feel like they had the upper hand, even when you knew you were right? That's because silence flips the power dynamic. It makes you work harder. While they sit back, collecting control. Step 4, they trade in favors and debts. Remember when I helped you? After everything I've done for you, the least you can do is. On the surface, it looks like kindness. But for them, every favor is a hook. Every gift is a chain. Later, they tug on it. And suddenly, gratitude becomes a leash. Here's the thing, real kindness has no strings attached. If someone's generosity feels like a debt, it's not kindness. It's control dressed up as kindness. So, what's the takeaway? Control doesn't always look like control. It's not loud. It's not obvious. It's subtle. Invisible. And that's what makes it dangerous. They win by setting the frame. They win by planting doubt. They win by sitting in silence while you trip over your own words. And they win by turning favors into debts. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start asking, whose frame am I in? You notice when doubt isn't yours, but theirs. You stop fearing silence, and start letting it work for you. And you stop mistaking manipulation for generosity. Because here's the truth. Nobody controls you without your permission. And the moment you step back, question the game, and reset the frame, their control breaks. So let me ask you this. Where in your life are you still playing by someone else's rules? Where are you carrying guilt, doubt, or debt that doesn't even belong to you? Think about it. Reflect on it. And maybe, it's time to take your power back. If this hit home, share your story in the comments. Hit the like button if you're ready to break free from invisible control. And subscribe if you want more straight truth to help you spot the traps before you walk into them. The psychology of control is powerful. But awareness? Awareness is stronger. Use it. Own it. And never let anyone win the game before you notice again.